We have 4 DP candidates who won. Up to now, they have not been declared due to manipulation. I'm told ballot papers were on sale in Kampala, that each book was being sold for an amount of money. I'm told other candidates and political parties, including opposition parties, were printing ballot papers also to do ballot stuffing. So we still have to find a way of managing our differences. No one has a right to impose their own view on people, but we must find a formula of being together within these borders called Uganda. And that is what the UID did. The UID brought UPCs, they brought CPs, they brought NRM, they brought independents, everybody. And a national conversation started about Uganda. That's why you find veterans of UID in every political party in Uganda. Once you see somebody who has a higher degree of political consciousness, you know they are from UID. Forget about these clowns that call themselves UID these days. Those ones should just go to the National Theatre instead of wasting people's time that they are UID. They even don't know what UID stands for. Maybe they are on a pay-as-you-go project these days in this political season. So even though the process of making the constitution went on, there were teething economic problems. 1986, 87, 88, your month's salary could not buy a bottle of beer. In case you don't know. Traveling from Kampala to Gulu took 8 hours. Many of you young people do not know those stories because you never experienced them. And that's exactly what I collided with when I went to campaign for Member of Parliament. I had to remove my necktie, I had to remove the suit and put it aside. I had to speak the language of today. When I would be telling people about the IDP camps, they would ask me what IDP camps, because the people who were born when I was leaving Parliament are now the voters. When I tell them I went to Garamba for the peace talks, they wonder whether Garamba is a pub or some pork joint. You tell them about the amnesty law, they ask you what was that about? So the political class in Uganda needs to respond to the real situation in our country. The majority of our citizens are children. They are below the age of 18. For the first time, children are the majority in Uganda. Adults are a minority. We are proud as DP that we played a very important role in implementing and designing the economic recovery program of the NRM in 1986. This is important because there is an undercurrent of a discussion which is likely to derail the conversation that we need. The first finance minister under the NRM government in 1986 was from DP, Professor Ponciano Mulema. He was not appointed because he needed a job. He was appointed because he had the knowledge. After him came Dr. Crispus Kionga. There were other key players from the DP that laid the foundation of the economic recovery of Uganda. These included Professor Yoweri Chesimira, Honorable Robert Kitariko, Honorable Zachary Olum, and many others. You remember the MP for this area, Kafumbe Mukasa. All those were from DP. So the partnership between DP and NRM is not a new thing. And together, we started tackling 4 pivotal issues. 1, security. Remember, Dr. Semogere was Minister for Internal Affairs. 2, the economy. 3, national unity. 4, democracy. I think it is on democracy where disagreements, the sharpest disagreements, emerged. Because the DP did not accept that the movement system was an alternative. The DP agreed that the movement system is a temporary measure to address a particular situation, not an alternative to multi-party democracy. In the same way that a hospital cannot be an alternative to your home. It is a place where you go when you are sick, and when you are better, you should not stay there. You should go back home. In today's Uganda, people disagree, and when you ask them, so what are you disagreeing about? They don't even know what they are disagreeing about. They're just angry. For us in DP, we know where we agree, we know where we disagree. Now, having given you that background, I want to let you know that in Uganda today, there is a cause wandering around looking for a champion. And today, I want to proclaim myself the champion of that cause. So what is the cause? We need to balance the boat in Uganda. That is simply the cause. Politically, economically, in all ways. So my message to all those making noise is simply to say, balance the boat. This is not about Norbert Mao. You can balance it without me, but please balance the boat.
Yeah.
I want to declare today that this is got nothing to do with Norbert Mao, but balance the boat. There is the national cake. Now, the national cake is what the government does for citizens. And it shouldn't be based on politics per se. In other words, even if you don't vote for the government should still run a hospital for you.
Yeah.
Even if you don't vote for the government should still run schools for you. Even if you don't vote for the government should still make your roads. That is called the national cake. It should be for everybody, and even the person who is wearing the T-shirt of an opposition party has a right to demand it, because this is from taxpayers' money. Then we have the political cake, which is demanded by those who have invested politically. Uganda, for better or for worse, has a north-south divide politically. And right now, the boat is tilted. So I just want to assist those who are having high blood pressure that remove Norbert MAO from the debate, but balance the boat. We have three organs of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the parliament. The judiciary and the executive are now in Western Uganda. The legislature has been specifically in Teso after Busoga. It went to the north briefly. Unfortunately, we lost the late Jacob Olanya. So we got an accidental speaker. Yes, because nobody plans for death. It was not supposed to be that way. But now there's an opportunity. I have stepped forward to offer myself. My candidacy is about balancing the boat, nothing less. And that is the only thing that needs to be done. It doesn't have to, that is the cause. The cause is the cause of balancing the boat. You know, if you don't balance the boat, everybody dies anyway. It is not about the